Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Cascade Hoops Talk. It's your Wednesday morning. My name's Billy D. And what a night we had in NAIA basketball last night. So LSU Alexandria, led by Dimario Jackson, head coach there, they went over to Lamar down in Texas, a D1 exhibition game, and they beat Lamar 83-80. We have Coach Dimario Jackson coming up on tonight's show. Also, New College of Florida won their first ever NAIA basketball game at Florida College. Tough place to play. Not only did they win it, they were down double digits inside 2 minutes. They tied it up down the stretch, went to overtime, and won the game in overtime. What dramatic fashion for your first ever NAIA college win for the school. Also, we're going to talk to Rich Westerlund. He's the head men's basketball coach, UNOH, the Racers. We talked to him earlier in the season, and he said, everybody knows UNOH has been down the last few years in the WAC. He said they were going to be tougher, they were going to be better, they were going to be more competitive. Tonight they hosted Shawnee State in the garage, they call it, and they beat Shawnee State. So the Racers got that big win. So we're going to talk to Rich Westerlund about that. So we've got Dimario Jackson on tap. We have Andrew Wingreen at New College of Florida, and we have Rich Westerlund, and we're going to go through also what happened in tonight's top 25. So hang on. It's going to be an exciting night with Cascade Hoops Talk. I should say it's been an exciting night, and now it's an exciting morning with Cascade Hoops Talk. I'm really thrilled to bring you last night's action, though. It was really a historic night, even though it's really the first weekend of NAIA action. It's pretty exciting. So let's start with Oklahoma Wesleyan. They didn't play tonight, but they're traveling on Wednesday night tonight over to Olathe. They're going to take on Mid-American Nazarene. Of course, Oklahoma Wesleyan began the season with that big win over Shreveport, but they got to go to Mid-American Nazarene. I'm sure Adam Hepker's going to have something for them. These teams have had some battles in the past, so you might want to tune in for that. Georgetown played, I think it was on Monday night. Anyway, we didn't do a show yesterday, so they played Carolina Christian. They beat them pretty handily. Yeah, 60 points. I guess that's pretty handily, but they get the big win to start the season. Jay Brown spikes 24 points, 4 rebounds, 6 assists. Andreas Bernie, he turned in 14 points, 14 rebounds, double-double. You're going to see some of these double-doubles, so far this year are ridiculous. They're like, these guys getting 16, 15, 17 rebounds. Anyway, wow, it's pretty incredible. Okay, here we go. So LSU Alexandria, they defeated Lamar in Texas. We're going to talk to Coach Dimario Jackson here in just one moment. But Cashy Nat, he had 20 points, 13 rebounds. E.J. McQuillan, 14 points, 2 rebounds, 4 assists. So LSU, they trailed by 9 points after the first half. We're going to talk about this with Coach, but I thought they controlled the second half. They outscored Lamar by 12. LSUA had 13 steals. They are so quick and athletic, and they caused 16 Lamar turnovers. Let's take a listen to, if I can get it going, Coach Dimario Jackson. Hey, got Coach Dimario Jackson, head men's basketball coach, LSUA, Alexandria, the Generals. Coach, you said you were going to go over and beat Lamar, and what did you do tonight? You went over and beat them 83-80. What a game.
Man, shout out to my coaching staff, Coach Dwayne, Coach Alyssa, student manager, Mariente Buggs. Man, and shout out to our players. Being able to go into a game like this is a lot of emotions. You got a lot of naysayers saying, just keep it close and, those type of things.
Right.
But our guys blocked out that noise and had an expectation of winning because that's our standard.
Exactly.
Every game we got an expectation to win.
Man, I love that. When I talked to you the other day and I said something about go beat them, and your voice, I could hear it in your voice. You said, we are going to beat them. And that confidence obviously carried over to the guys. They just weren't going to be happy being able to, make a good showing, were they?
We don't prepare to lose. We prepare to win.
Exactly.
We do everything that we do is to win. and not just win in the classroom. I mean, not just win on the basketball floor, but win in the classroom and win in the community as well.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't have a mindset of just keeping it close or just do this or just do that. Our job is to go out there and win and do it in the right fashion. We have to do a better job of staying within the confines of the game, playing without fouling, being a little bit more disciplined, being better defensively and offensively. But we prepare for this moment. The power of life and death is in the tongue. That's in the Bible.
Absolutely.
So Coach Dwayne did a great job of preaching to our guys about having the expectation and the standard of winning.
Coach, you were down, I think 11 in the first half, but you came out in the second half. I thought you controlled the game in the second half. You really gave him some trouble. I think you ended up with 13 steals. Just talk about the second half, and did you kind of feel that build that you guys were kind of taking control of the action?
I mean, we went into halftime down 9, but
okay.
that could have easily been. We could have easily been up 9. We make free throws. We blew a couple of assignments defensively. We missed a couple of layups. So we knew we were in a good position. We just needed to correct some things on our end. And I thought the guys did a great job of doing that.
Cashy Nat, we talked about him the other day. He goes in there on the big show, the big stage, 20 points, 13 rebounds. He just delivers. He's the mailman. He delivers every night, doesn't he?
Yes, sir. There's a saying that mailman got to go to work, man.
I love it.
And he brings it every day, man. But I'm proud of not just him, but EJ Elliott McQuillan stepped up, Braden Thompson stepped up, Terrence James stepped up, Xavier Smith stepped up. Keon Juwa, all the guys we put out there made an impact on us winning.
Yeah, because it was obviously, one guy doesn't do it, two guys don't do it. It was a team effort, as you say. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, you got to be very.
I would like to send a special shout out to Coach Dwayne, man. He does. People don't know this, but I don't do the subbing. My head assistant does the subbing.
Okay.
So we sends people in and send people out.
Right.
Now again, everything we do is a team thing, but for the most, for majority of that's him, man. And he's done a great job of trusting and trusting his anointings and sending the guys out there and getting them in and getting them out. And he made some great calls, man. So shout out to him, man. It's never a one man show. It's always a team.
Boy, you've just got to be really proud of everybody. You have a couple of days to enjoy this, but not very long. You host Loyola on Saturday, and then you play La Tech in an exhibition. You got a rough road ahead here, Coach. It doesn't get much easier, does it?
Oh man, iron sharpens iron. In order to be the best, you gotta beat the best. That's just how they go.
And right after, go ahead, Coach.
In order to get to where we're trying to go, we have to be prepared. It's not going to just happen.
Absolutely.
We have to play the good teams and be able to beat the good teams. That's just how it goes.
There you go. And then after La Tech, it gets easier because then you got to travel up to Freed Hardman. So, like you say, though, you got to play the best to be the best, right, Coach?
Yes, sir. That's just the way it is, man. And that's why we work the way we do. Because we don't have our schedule is not easy at all. I mean, we all know what exactly our conference is about. That's a hard game every night. Mm-hmm. So we can't just wait to get to that moment to get prepared for that. We got to prepare for that now. So when we get there, we're not shell shocked.
Well, Coach, you enjoy your ride home tonight. It's going to be a good ride after that victory. But you're going to have to get right back in the gym and get ready for Loyola. And I really appreciate you taking time to talk to us tonight.
24-hour rule, man. Tomorrow we're back in the weight room. We're back in the film room to get ready for Saturday. Thank you, man, for having me on. And anytime I'm ready.
Thanks a lot. That's Dimario Jackson. He's head men's basketball coach, LSUA, the Generals. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
I really appreciate Coach Jackson taking some time, and congratulations to them. The quote of the night, the quote of the year so far is, I'm kind of a quote guy. I try to collect one every season, but I had to write it down. Coach said, we don't prepare to lose, we prepare to win, not just on the floor, in the classroom and community as well. So quote of the year. Uh, Cumberland's, they get underway. They play Campbellsville University, Harrodsburg. They defeat them 110-60. Anthony Johnson, he had 20 points, 3 rebounds, and Matthew Cromer, he had 21 points, 7 rebounds. So Cumberland's gets on the board and gets that first win. Also last night, we didn't do a show, so I wanted to cover this. Baker beat Ottawa at home. That's a big win. Ottawa's not an easy place to win. That's a cross-state rivalry. Baker beat them 89-79. Noah Rigatuso, he had 28 points, 15 rebounds. Ahmed Megob, 20 points, 5 rebounds. I hope somebody tells me if I said his name wrong. But those two are very, very good, and Baker looks tough. I wanted to talk to you about this interview. We were going to try to get it out today. There was too much other stuff. It would have got lost in the mixture, so we held it back. But we've got Taylor Jarvis. We'll put it out Thursday morning. Look for this interview Thursday morning. Taylor Jarvis, he's the head men's basketball coach at Missouri Baptist. He just took that post this season. He was named in June. He's put together a team. A real good guy. Take a listen to it. You're really going to enjoy it. That's Taylor Jarvis, Missouri Baptist. That'll be out Thursday morning. Also, we mentioned New College of Florida. Andrew Wingreen is the head men's basketball coach there. First ever NAIA win for that school, that program. Man, pretty exciting. It was just crazy. Let's take a listen to Coach Wingreen talk about this big win for that program. Hey, I got Andrew Wingreen. He's the head men's basketball coach, New College of Florida. You just played your first NAIA basketball game, Coach, and tell me what the heck happened. What was that?
Yeah, I mean, it was a lot of fun. Obviously, it's been a long time coming trying to, get into the NAIA and the Sun Conference and, finally got to this point. So we were really excited to play this game. But, yeah, I mean, that was a heck of a game, and I'm going to need to watch film to really figure out what happened there. But all I know is our guys fought, never gave up. They did a lot of little things really well tonight, despite a little bit of a poor shooting effort and, not getting to the line as much as we wanted to. But, they played hard, and, it's a really good Florida College team, even though, they had a lot of turnover and have a new coach. Coach Repay does a great job, and so we're thankful for that win because that's a really good basketball team.
So you were, frankly, kind of getting handled in the second half, down by 12-15 a lot of the second half, got within about 10 minutes. They were able to stretch it right back out. And I think like 2 minutes to go, you were down, 10, 11 points. And then what did you tell them at 2 minutes? I've never seen a comeback like that.
Yeah, I think we were down 16 with 3 minutes to go. And so, I mean, we tried to, we talk every day in practice just about being consistent, doing the little things well, and that, they found ways to just attack us, and they were blowing by us on straight line drives, and they were able to extend the lead. And so we really hammered it home in the timeouts that, we have to get in a stance and, excuse me, we got to lock in on defense a little bit more. And our guys just went out. They have, that fight in them nonstop. They were able to get really good stops. And then, I mean, credit to guys like, Jordan Clark, Charlie Yoder, and Diego Eslava for just executing down the stretch. I mean, they made play after play after play. And even though, it was a tough shooting night overall, they made them when it counted. And so I'm really proud of the way our whole team executed. We had a lot of guys even come in, got their hands on the ball, created turnovers. And again, just a group of guys who love each other, serve each other, and compete for each other. And, it turned out really well for us tonight.
Let's talk. You mentioned Charlie Yoder. What was he? 23 points, 11 rebounds. He's a seasoned guy. That's why you got him there. Why you had him come down there. Boy, he really was tough. Him, and you mentioned Jordan Clark too. That they both were. And then what about Jack Scott on the boards?
Yeah, I mean, Jack Scott had, 5 offensive rebounds, was 1 point away from a double-double, and I think that was a really big key for us. We controlled the glass all game and had 18 offensive rebounds, and even though we couldn't really convert on a lot of those second chance opportunities, when it mattered, we did. And so really proud of the way the guys battled in the paint and were able to finish possessions and then give ourselves more opportunities down the stretch. So yeah, guys played really hard and extremely proud of them.
So it's got to be very, very exciting to get this win. I mean, the tension's been building, right? You and I talked before the season, and now you finally get to take the court at a tough place. Florida College, a tough place to play. You get that win, but now you got to come right back down. When you're back in action here this weekend, aren't you?
Yeah, we got a tough back-to-back this weekend up at Bruton Parker. So we play Bruton Parker day one, and then Middle Georgia State on Saturday. And so those are going to be, again, two battles, very physical teams, fast teams. And so I think, got to respond well from adversity and from success. And I think the thing I love so much about our team is that no matter what happens, backs up against the wall, or, we taste some success, they're going to be the type of guys who come in the next day and they're right back to work. We know we haven't earned anything. We played hard, got the win. That's what we came here and expected to do. But now we have to go continue to get better and learn from our mistakes, because we made plenty of them tonight, and find a way to be better in the next one.
That Florida College is usually a pretty raucous place. What was the gym like in there tonight?
Yeah, it's a tough place to play. I mean, it's a loud gym. It's very small and intimate. And, just like they typically do, they had a great student section out. They had their pep band out. And so it's loud, especially when they start, they get some momentum. They start hitting some transition threes, and that place goes crazy. And so, that's a tough place to play. And, I don't care what, new coach, new team, whatever, that is a good basketball team, and they're going to have a great year. And so, Jesse's going to do a great job there. But we knew it was going to be a fight. We knew we were going to have to control every possession and figure out a way to grind it out. And thankfully, the guys, all credit to them. They made the plays down the stretch. They gave everything they had and hit shots when they needed to.
Well, Coach Wingreen, congratulations on that first win. That's got to feel good. Congratulations to your team and to your staff. Feel good about this, but boy, you got to get right back to work, Coach.
Yes, for sure. Well, I appreciate you, Billy D. We'll enjoy this one tonight, but we'll get right back to work tomorrow and be better for the next one.
That's Andrew Wingreen. He's the head men's basketball coach at New College of Florida. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
And as I mentioned earlier, well, first I want to say thank you to Andrew Wingreen. Again, these coaches are very generous with their time right after the game. You can hear, I think he was still with the guys in the locker room. But anyway, thank you to these coaches. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Andrew. Also, UNOH, that's Northwestern Ohio. Their head coach, Rich Westerlund, he's in his second year. Last season, he was disappointed with some of the toughness and the grit, I guess you could say, of the team. I mentioned before, everybody knows UNOH has been down. But he really wanted to, have a team that was tough and gritty. And I was real anxious to see what kind of team it was going to be. I had a feeling they were going to be a lot better. And tonight at home, they were able to beat Shawnee State. And, they're a perennial power. That's a big win for any program. But for the Racers to get that in the garage there tonight was a big win for the program. Real happy for Coach Rich Westerlund. So let's take a listen. Hey, I got Andrew Wingreen. He's the head men's basketball coach, New College of Florida. You just played your first NAIA basketball. Well, that's not the right one. Okay, are we ready to try this again with the correct video, with the correct audio? This is Rich Westerlund, UNOH. Hey, I got Rich Westerlund on the line. He's the head men's basketball coach, University Northwestern Ohio. The Racers, Coach, you beat Shawnee State tonight. You and I talked earlier. You thought your team was going to be a little tougher this year. Talk about this win.
Yeah, it's a big one, and our message to our guys, all week and really the last month and a half of practice has been, our process creates our results. We've got to embrace the process. We got to keep stacking days. We got to keep changing our best, and within that, when we honor the process, we've got a chance to give ourselves a position to maybe win some games. And so couldn't be more proud of my group and the way they competed and how physical they were, and they were up for the challenge tonight against a really good Shawnee State team. Well,
Shawnee State, historically a very, very tough team. Obviously, Coach, you were at home, but you came in the underdog. What was the atmosphere like in that gym tonight?
Yeah, there's a little bit of magic happening in the garage. I'm not gonna lie. The fans were great, and I'll be honest, we bought about 30 pizzas for our fans to come in and have dinner and watch us play, and I think that created a little bit of buzz too for our student body, to get some free pizza. But again, our fans have always been good. They've always supported our guys,
Right.
and to have that environment where they really rallied and were really engaged the whole game, we fed off that energy.
You were very purposeful about building the team to be tougher this season, building the team to have more of a winning attitude. I know you guys had a tough week. Things haven't been perfect, but just talk about the toughness that this team has shown.
Yeah, I mean, we got hit with a little bit of the injury bug. Earlier this week we found out, our second leading scorer from last year is going to be out for the season with a broken wrist. Another guard that we expected some things from is out for 8 to 12 weeks with a bad ankle sprain. But we just said, hey, it's next man up, right? That the next guy's got to step up and the opportunities. And we've been talking all week, hey, we got to bring the fight, right? We've got to earn respect. And, the way you earn respect is you got to match the level of intensity and the physicalness. And I felt like we did that tonight. I felt like we met them with the challenge and we took them blow for blow. We're up, I think, as much as 24. Obviously, only won by 8, so we got some things to clean up. But, the way we were able to build that lead, it was our toughness, our pressure, our relentless attacking on both sides of the ball. So just really proud of my group and how they were connected tonight.
I wanted to ask you about that. You got to give Shawnee State a lot of credit. Toward the end of the game, they really made a tough run at you. I mean, that shows that they're a great program. They weren't going to roll over at the end, but you guys held on. Talk about their toughness as well. Shawnee State's a great program.
Yeah, and I told the guys at halftime and multiple times at timeouts, like, hey, they're going to hit us with the run at some point. They're a great team. They're a great program. They're established. Coach Hunter does a great job with his guys. They're tough as well. But I said we had to weather the storm and kill the run, So, again,
Exactly.
Give Shawnee a lot of credit. They kept fighting. They could have rolled over, but they kept battling. But that's what good teams do. You're not going to put away a good team if you take possessions off. And I felt like, Shawnee capitalized on a lot of our mistakes. We were really sloppy with the ball. We had 19 turnovers. Like we like that we forced 17, but when you're giving 19 away, we've got to do a better job there.
That's a coach's nightmare, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, and that's part of, like, hey, we're learning how to play at the pace we want. And Shawnee did what they were supposed to do. When we made a mistake, they made us pay, and so, but again, I want to give a lot of credit to our guys that, they could have folded as that run happened, but they stayed tough, they stayed composed, and they stayed together.
So, you can't rest. Who do you have next, Coach?
We scheduled really tough early, so we're going to number 8 Grace College in Winona Lake on Friday. Right. And so, again, another very well-coached team. Scott does such a good job. I think they're not the best passing team in the country. They're definitely one of them. They're a great cutting team. They put you in challenging positions defensively. And in my opinion, it's really going to be a battle of different styles, the way we do things offensively compared to what they do. And so it's going to be a fun challenge. That environment's always tough. And so we're expecting, just an absolute battle on Friday.
Yeah, just enjoy it. It's a great place to play. It's just an unbelievable atmosphere. It's a beautiful facility. The guys will really enjoy being there, I think.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, who wouldn't want to play in one of the best small college arenas in college basketball? I mean, Grace does it really well, and it's going to be a fun night for us.
Well, for tonight, congratulations, Coach Westerlund. I'm glad you didn't turn me out to be a liar. I think I've said on the show 4 or 5 times the last few weeks that you guys were going to be much improved. So you kind of redeemed me a little bit getting this W tonight. But good luck moving forward. A lot of work to do, though.
Thank you so much. We're just going to keep changing our best. I appreciate the opportunity to speak to you again.
That's Rich Westerlund. He's the head men's basketball coach, UNOH. They are the Racers. Thank you, Coach.
Absolutely. Row the boat.
Hey, thanks to Coach Rich Westerlund and then to all the coaches that spoke to us tonight. Man, what a fun night of NAIA basketball. Hope you enjoyed the show. Again, we're going to put out the interview with Taylor Jarvis. That'll be out first thing in the morning. Again, I'll be traveling over the weekend. You're going to have to watch on X. Any interviews we do, we also will duplicate up on the YouTube so you can keep track of them there as well. We also are on Facebook, but nobody goes there, but it's on there as well. Thank you to everybody. Enjoy your weekend. Again, watch the X and the YouTube for some material this week. It's going to be a great, great weekend of NAIA basketball. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. For supporting our podcast, please like and subscribe. Get out to your local NAIA school because NAIA basketball is the best entertainment value in America.